in the tent. I'm in the backyard of the Cracker compound. I'm gonna try an overnight in this tent, see how it sleeps. Testing out some gear. I'll see you guys in the morning for Cracker Crew Thursday.
What's going on, Cracker Crew? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Jonathan. We're out here at the Cracker compound. We are going to do our first official Cracker Crew Thursday. That's right, guys. We're going to name our Thursday events Cracker Crew Thursday. This is our first official Cracker Crew Thursday, and we're going to dive into this Teton Scout 3400 pack. But we're going to dive in here and we're going to see what I've got for a backpack camp setup. I've got a different idea in mind with this, but we'll dive into that as we go, and I'll explain more of that as we go. We're going to lay it out on this table right here in front of us, right here at the Cracker compound, and see what we're working with. And like I said in Monday's video, there is something in this pack that I'm going to take out for right now because I don't need it. I thought I would, but I don't need that, and we're going to dive into what that is as we go. All right, guys, so first and foremost, because it's already out of the pack, I'll go ahead and talk about it. Let's talk about this tent that I'm laying in here. I'm thinking, because this packs down into a small little Alice pack and it can attach to the bottom of the backpack. So I'm thinking that we're gonna bring this along sometimes too, so that we could do some tent camping as well. I have the tarp set up, which we'll get into that, but this sleep pad, guys, lives at the top of my backpack that I'm laying on here, because whenever you're building your backpack, you want to make sure that your sleep system is at the top of your bag, so that, you know, because that's going to be the first thing when you get to camp that you're going to deploy is your sleep, you know, setup, your tent, your hammock, whatever that may be. So I already had it out because I was doing some field testing, so I wanted to go ahead before we dove into the backpack and let you see. So I've got this sleep pad right here. I've got my bivy sleep blanket. This thing here goes from all the way down to 64.4 degrees Fahrenheit. It's literally 715 grams of weight. This thing don't weigh nothing. It lives in the pack, along with the tarp, the tent, everything like that. But sleep pad, guys, a great night's sleep is the key when you're out here camping. If you don't get a good night's sleep, the rest of your camp might as well just, you know, suffer as well. So a good sleep pad. This one here is a self-inflate. You can pump it up with a hand, pump it up with your knee, whatever. But a good sleep pad, good blanket. I've even got an extra pillow, things like that. I don't carry that in the backpack because I can use this. I can stuff this with, you know, my extra clothes, whatever. I have, you know, clothes bags in there. I can make a pillow. That's not a problem. So I decided to shave the weight of carrying my camp pillow in the backpack. It was just one more thing that was going to take up space, so we didn't need that. But a good blanket, good sleep pad, good tent. This is a little beach tent that I picked up for $10 at a yard sale. I'm out here testing it out, trying it out. But so yeah, definitely a good sleep pad, a good blanket. We'll dive into what's the rest of the sleep system that's in the backpack. But I wanted to bring you guys in real quick and show you guys the sleep pad since it was already laid out. But let's get the camera back over here to the table and we'll dive back into this backpack. All right, so in no particular order, I'm just gonna reach in the pack and I'm gonna pull things out as I grab them, and we'll discuss as we go. First and foremost, gotta have a good water system. I got the Grail. You guys have seen that thing in multiple videos. This thing lives with me, guys. I eat, sleep, and breathe with my Grail. So we're gonna have the Grail in there. On the top of the pack, we have our sit pad. I've got some cordage, some shock cordage on the pack. That lives on the top, so it's, you know, if I'm out walking and I want to sit, I have something to sit on. Let's dive into the top brain of this. I carry a cat tourniquet with me. When you guys are out there, you know, you're messing with anything from sharp knives to axes to whatever. A good tourniquet
is great to have with you no matter what. You don't know what's going to happen. This thing right here could very well save your life while you're out there on the field. This lives in the top of the pack, along with a fat carabiner that David bought me. This thing is tricky to use. I don't know. But just a carabiner that we can hang the pack on so that it's not sitting on the ground. I carry a broken lighter in here with me because even though it is broken, you can still, it sparks, you can start a fire with that. So that's something I don't know, I was out on a trail and I picked it up. Neck gaiter, just so you can keep the sun off of you. You can use it to wipe your face, whatever you need to do with it. That lives up there. So this is it looks like a stick, but it's actually a pencil. Something cool that I picked up at, I think, the fair last year. It was bigger and I cut it off down to a smaller size. Something, a writing utensil. I keep an emergency fishing kit in the top of the pack. Something we picked up, I don't know. But it makes one of those Alabama rigs, I believe is what that is. But it's a little emergency fishing kit, so we always have fishing with us to catch food. I carry some guitar picks with me because, believe it or not, these will start a fire. Keep some energy stingers with me. These things are great to munch on. They're high in calories. Just a great source of morale boost while you're out on the trail. If you're feeling, you know, burnt down, sluggish, eat you one of these, it'll pick you up pretty quick. What else we got in here? We got some more little snackies. Another stinger. I'm a great fan of these stingers. These are some caffeinated chew. They're kind of like gummy bears. They're pretty good too. I just keep a couple extras in here just so that I have them. Keep a lighter with a little bit of duct tape to it. Duct tape is key to start a fire. I always take the child safety off of these, but just a way to light fire. I got a pen in here. This is the Life Straw water bladder, so you can undo it, fill it. There is a max line on here. You fill it to that max line, and this is a filter inside of here that is removable. So it's got the water filtration right there already on it, and you guys can actually take this off and use it on a water bottle as well. So it's multifunction, and it does come with the Life Straw itself that hooks in here. This thing is awesome, guys. So I keep that in the pack. That's all. A pen so that I can do some writing with. That's all I keep in the top pack here. Let's get this flap opened up and I'll show you what I carry on the inside top. Actually, let's do that now because there's only one thing in that I carry. But you flip this up and there's another zipper right here on the underneath that you can undo. For some reason I don't want to undo today. And I just keep my field journal in here so that I could take notes on, you know, different things. And I'm going to actually, before I pack everything back up, I'm going to make notes of what's in this pack so I can start doing inventory on my gear. That's something that lives in this. You guys have seen this book before. It's just notes on content ideas. Just everything is in this book, guys. So that lives in the whatever pack I'm carrying at the time. It just happens to be in this one. But that's everything in the top brain. All right, so moving along on the outside of the pack, I don't have a lot hanging because I don't like hanging stuff on my pack, but one thing I do carry on here that I do hang is this little wooden whistle right here that I picked up at Cracker Country at our local state fair. Pretty good little whistle. I keep that on my pack just because, you know, it's made out of a tree branch, guys, and I think that is so cool. I did put a little bit of paracord on here so that we could hang it, but got our whistle on there. I carry an extra empty carabiner as well, just a small little one, just so that I can clip whatever I need to my pockets or whatever. In this little side pouch here, we have our mosquito bug net. What else we carrying in this side pouch here? I got a pack right here with some extra batteries. I have to go through here because I don't think I have anything in this pack. I think I took the headlamp out of here. which I don't know where that's at. I'll have to put that back in the pack, but I think that's the reason why I have these batteries in there. But that's it on that side pouch. Let's see. Get to the other side here. Like I said, I don't keep a lot on the outsides. I do carry a contractor trash bag with me. This thing could do multiple, you know, functions out in the field. Obviously a trash bag so that you can clean up everybody else's trash that's out there when you leave. But this thing can also be used to gather leaves and stuff it for a bed if need be, or you can carry, you know, firewood, whatever with it. Makes an emergency poncho. There's endless possibilities to what you could do with a contractor bag. So I keep one of those with a rubber band wrapped around it. In that side, I always carry a little bit of first aid with me. This is just a small little boo-boo kit. It's got 5 adhesive band-aids in there, 3 dressing pads, 2 alcohol pads, a soap towelette, cleaning wipe, and the plastic box. So just a small little first aid kit. Like I said, nothing major. If I do carry the crow collar with me, I'll take the big IFAK with me. But when I'm out just hiking and stuff, just a little boo-boo kit works perfectly. Last but not least, in this pouch pocket, the wife picked me up this Ozark Trail folding saw, and I've used a lot of folding saws on this channel, but guys, this one right here is super cool. The blade on here, the way that the teeth are designed, it makes cutting through tree branches awesome. And it's actually designed after the Silky Gomboy, I believe is the one that it's designed after, but it is a phenomenal budget-friendly knife. The wife picked it up. It's got different locking. I don't know why you would lock it in that position, but anyways, nice folding saw on there. The wife picked it up for like 12 bucks at Walmart, something like that, but it's been a phenomenal one. This will probably be the saw that we carry in most of our packs, but I carry that just in case you gotta, you know, as you're going into camp or whatever. Not necessarily where we camp at like Alderman Ford and stuff like that. There might be some branches that you got to clear out of your way. You're not supposed to, but you got to do what you got to do to be able to camp right. So nice folding saw, always good to have in your pack. That's the outside. Let's see what else we got here. I carry a pair of leather gloves with me just so that if I have to collect firewood, or it's nice for grabbing a pot off the fire. Just, you'll be amazed at the amount of uses that you'll get out of a pair of gloves. All right, no more waiting, guys. Let's get into what we all came here to see. Let's see what Jonathan is carrying in the guts of this bag. So in no particular order, I'm just going to reach in, I'm going to pull out, guys. So we've got the HGY overnight hammock. This thing's got a bug net built into it. I've never hammock camped, and I want to so badly, as you've seen in the first video. I'm going to take this with me when we go do the camp at Alderman Ford, but I don't know if this is going to be the primary sleep system for me. I think I'm going to hang it and see how I do in it, but I'm going to bring the tent with me too. It'll be a little bit more weight, but at least I know that I'll have a comfortable sleep system if this doesn't work out for me. But I am going to attempt my first solo camp in a hammock. So we got the hammock. What else we got in this thing? I do carry my small little dry bag in here with all of my camera gear, or some of my camera gear that I use on a daily basis. It stays in this pack with me so that it's at ease, but it's in the tent at the moment. This right here is just a little possibles bag that has a bunch of crap in it. We're not going to dig all the way through it, I don't think, but we carry our Loadout Essentials fire kit with us in it. It's probably going to move to the top of the pack. I carry these little, I got another one in here somewhere. These little things right here I had 3D printed from FLT Southern Designs. It's one of our 3D printing companies that we use, but they made me these. This one right here, I have some matches in it right now. That's really the only thing I've got in these. I haven't figured out exactly what I'm going to use those for yet, but I have those. I do carry these swipe wipes. These are empty. I've used them.
They're great detoxation little wipes to clean up with around camp. I carry a few of those in here. Of course, I carry a little roll of duct tape in there. This is just a little possibles pouch, guys. This is a headlamp that lives in blue, and I took it out because this is one of my favorite headlamps, guys. This thing has memory settings in it, so whenever you click it off, whatever setting it was at when you turned it off, that's the setting that it'll be on. And I use this one a lot of times around camp because I like that red light, because it doesn't mess with your night vision at nighttime around camp. So I use this one because it has the memory. But I think that the Ozark Trail that I originally had in here that takes batteries, I think does the same thing. So I'm gonna test that out, and if so, this will go back into blue because this is one of my favorite flashlights, and we'll put the original headlamp back in here. But I carry an emergency tent with me. These things are great. You can pick these up on Amazon dirt cheap. This one here is a free Lexi emergency tent. We're probably going to do a video on this just to see how it sets up in future. I don't know. And then, of course, I carry my 3x3 orange bandana. This thing is great for signaling. I a lot of times hang this up around camp just as a visual marker so that if I wander away from camp, as long as I can see this bandana blowing in the breeze, I know where camp's at. So I always keep one of those. But always, if you notice, I keep a lot of orange with me so that we could tie it up in places, guys. But that's all I keep in this little pack right here. This, like I said, this is just my little possibles pouch for things that I may need while I'm out there. And it's not fully built out yet, but this is what I've got in there for right now. We'll go till the table gets full, and then I'll move that stuff off, and we'll keep going if we run out of room on here, guys. But moving along, next is this bag. This is the bag that is going to end up coming out of this pack because I originally, so this is my, let's dive into it real quick so you can see. I'm not just looking at a black bag here. So this is my cooking kit that I carry. Little stainless steel coffee cup. A wooden spatula, guys. I have wanted one of these things forever. Dave Canterbury uses one of these in all of his skillets and stuff, so I picked me one up while I was at the fair last year, and I have not put it to the test, but I do have some cast iron skillets that we're going to be working with out here on this channel, so that'll come in handy for that. But I carry a small canister of propane, and then inside is my cook pots. So this guy is a small little frying pan, or this is the little frying pan. This is the lid. It does not fit on the frying pan, but you don't really need it on a frying pan. But I've got my little cook stove in here. It stays nestled inside the pot, but comes out, sits on the stove real nice. I packed this because I have an MRE meal in my bag, and we'll dive into the food bag here in a minute. And I thought that I would need that to boil the water with, but then the more I got to looking at these MREs, I'm an idiot and didn't realize that it comes with a pouch that you put the water in, and then you put the MRE inside of it, and it basically will boil in a bag. It's got a little heater in it. So I don't need this, guys. So this is just extra weight that I was going to pack in the bag. And a lot of us are guilty of this because we will overpack for an overnight adventure, thinking that we need everything but the kitchen sink. And sometimes we even think we need to pack the kitchen sink in our bag. And then the bag becomes overly heavy, uncomfortable to carry. Your hike in is miserable. And there's times where camp like that is necessary. And then you make the, wintertime, things like that, I would pack this in there. But summertime, I don't need it, guys, for what I'm doing. So that's going to come out of the pack. We're going to set that off to the side. So that's my cook system, but like I said, we don't need that. So diving in here, I always keep some Repel on me. I like the Repel because this is 40% DEET, so it helps a lot out here with the ticks and stuff like that. So I carry that in the pack. Let's see what else we got going on in here. Dry bag with dry clothes. So this is just a change or two of clothes that I threw together, stuff that I don't wear on a daily basis. So if it's living in a pack, I don't miss it. But it's just something that if I'm out here and I get too sweaty, or you know, I slip and fall in the creek, whatever the case may be, I have a dry set of clothes that I can put on at camp to let the clothes that I'm wearing dry out. So always keep a dry bag, especially if you're doing an overnight. Keep a dry bag of clothes with you. We're almost done with this, guys. There's not a lot left in here. I think we only got one more bag left in this thing. I always try to pack light so that, you know, we're not carrying a lot of weight out there. This is the bread and butter of it all. I'm just feeling down here in the pack. Yep, that's the last of it. So we'll throw that down to the ground so we ain't got to balance that. But this is my food bag, guys. I keep a lot of different things snack-wise in here so that we can, but this is the MRE that I was talking about, so that I have plenty of food to eat. And this is the bag, guys, and you can't really see it, but there's 4 heater strips in here. So it's got the directions on the bag so that, you know, dummies like us can read it and know exactly how to prepare our food. But it works great. I did a video. These are the MREs that we got when Hurricane Milton came through. The FEMA provided they had camp set up, and we went through and got some because we were without power for 7 days here. So we stocked up with that once they opened those up. But I field tested one of these out here and tried it on camera. Go back and watch that video, guys. It's in the playlist. But if you want to see what an MRE tastes like and get my honest opinion of it, go back and watch that video, guys. But I did break this open and take out the contents that I was going to use out of here, because with an MRE, they put in a lot of fluff that you don't really need. They put in dry granola bars, cookies, things like that. I didn't need all of that for this trip. I just needed the main course of the meal. And I did bring, because these things are banging, I brought a banana apple smoothie. This is the little dessert pack that's in there, I think. Something, I don't know. But these things are really good, so I brought that. So I brought the main course, which this one is chicken, veggie, and rice with an applesauce smoothie dessert. So just a little morale booster. I do carry you seen earlier, the water bladder. This is the life straw for that water bladder, but you can use this life straw in many different ways. You can put it actually in the creek and drink from it. You can hook it to a water bottle, different things like that. So this is one of my favorite life straws. I do carry the blue one. It was like $10 from Walmart. That one's good. I keep it in my day hike pack just so I have extra way to filter water in that. But this lives in this pack. I always keep the Grail with me, so we always have water filtration. Some Vienna sausages. Actually, guys, this one is, nope, we have until August 6th to eat this one. I love Vienna sausages. I don't eat them like I used to. I kind of got burnt out on them as a truck driver for 17 years and eating these things over the road. But I carry these in my pack. They're great to have. But also, guys, the reason I carry this one, even though it is almost expired, I'm going to use this for some bait one day, probably, for fishing. I carry a cracked pepper tuna pack in there. Great for while you're out on the trail hiking. You can crack that open, give you something to eat real quick just to give it a little bit of boost in you. Along with some buffalo chicken salad, a can of that with some crackers. Thing is awesome. I love that one. I do carry a thing of coffee. This is something that my wife picked up. I have not tried these out yet. It says it has mushroom in it. I don't know. We'll give that a shakedown one day. And this, you do have to have the cook system to boil the water with, but I have so many stainless steel things around here that if it need be, I can build a fire real quick to boil a little bit of water. It is what it is. But bit of honeys, always good to have a little bit of candy with you. It's great booster. Like I said, guys, these things live in just about every pack I have. I got one in my meal prep. I carry peanuts. What else is in this thing? Stinger energy chews. You see a pattern here? And then we'll get into this montage of a handful of different stuff that's going to come out of here. So that's empty in the pack. This is my food bag. I carry a bunch of little drink packets, guys. These right here are just the lemonade flavors that I drink every day. Different packets of that. This one here is some type of electrolyte packet. I don't know the brand of that one. I carry drip drops with me. I've been on a drip drop kick lately. These things are phenomenal. These are extra electrolyte packets. And what I do is I take one of these and one of my lemonade packets and mix them together just so I get a little bit, because these are per 8-ounce bottle, so you would have to use 2 of them in a 16.9. So I mix and match so that this way they go a little bit further. I have a Body Armor hydration packet in here. Some different off-brand little flavor packets that I buy and try and don't like, so I throw them in a pack for emergencies. Keep our spork. Got to have some way to eat all of this food. And then I carry 3 little small Slim Jims and a beef stick in there, guys. So that's my food. It's more than enough for an overnight. You don't have to go out there with 37 pots to cook a full-blown meal when you're just overnight backpacking. So that's what I carry in this pack, guys. Comment below and let me know, what is something that you would take out to save a little bit of weight on, and what is something that maybe I forgot to put in the pack that you would add to this. So comment below and let me know, guys, what would you take out and what would you add? And that's what we got in this pack, and I'm going to take it to Alderman Ford, and like I said, I'm going to try it in the hammock, and if the hammock doesn't work, I'm going to have the tent that's behind me. We do have our Free Soldier tarp flown because yesterday when I set this up, it was thundering and lightning, and I didn't want to get rained on if I did sleep out here. I forgot to show you guys, I do have my cordage bag. This is at the very top, along with the hammock, sleeping bag, that sleep system, so that this way when I get to camp, I can deploy my tarp and whatever else I need. So that does live at the top of it. I forgot to show that because it was laying down here beside me. I carry a 50-foot hank of brand new paracord in here because I'm fixing to change out some of these guy lines that I have because they're short, and I want to make sure that I have long enough guy lines, and I really like this blaze orange paracord. So we're going to start making some new guy lines and stuff like that. But in this pack, I carry my stakes, paracord bank line, toggles, clam jam clips that David just bought us that we're field testing out, things like that, guys. But that's what I carry in this pack. Like I said, comment below, let me know, what would you take out, what would you put in? And that's going to wrap up Cracker Crew Thursday. This is our, like I said, our first official Cracker Crew Thursday. I juggled back and forth with this, guys, of whether or not we were going to call it Tailgate Thursday, what we were going to name our Thursday little adventures. Because what I'm thinking with Thursdays is we could do gear reviews of what we're carrying in our packs. We can do, eventually as I get bigger, we could do live YouTubes to where we can go through stuff like this. I want Cracker Crew Thursday to just be not necessarily set at one location. I don't want it to always be on the tailgate of Blue. I don't want it always to be in the backyard of the Cracker compound. I want to be able to take Cracker Crew Thursday and go anywhere and do any adventure that we want, whether it be working on Blue, whether it be discussing a backpack, or whatever it may be. That's what I want Cracker Crew Thursdays to be. Monday videos are going to be we're going to get out, we're going to beat feet, we're going to do the hikes, we're going to do the kayak trips, we're going to do the missions that we want to do for those. And then our Cracker Crew Thursdays would be lessons learned, new kits we're going to build. I learned a new knot I'm going to show you, things like that. That's what Cracker Crew Thursday is going to be all about. So I wanted it to be a well-rounded name when we named it. So Cracker Crew Thursday seemed fitting, and that's what it's going to be. So this is our first official Cracker Crew Thursday. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed what I carry in my pack. I can't wait to get out in the field and actually put this all to use and see what we use and what we don't use, and we can even trim even more weight off of this thing. But that's all I got for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for each and every one of you guys subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, consider hitting that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, get notified each and every time that we drop a video on here, guys. We drop it every Monday and Thursday here on the Cracker channel. Thank you for tuning in. That's all I got for this one, guys. Remember, out here, the wild don't care, but the prepared will survive. I'm going to write this in the field book, and I'll see you on the next.